అదే టెంపుల్ అండి, తిరువన కోవిల్. మనం లాస్ట్ టైం వచ్చింది వేరే రూట్ నుంచి, ఈసారి వచ్చింది వేరే రూట్ నుంచి. ఎంట్రీ కూడా మనం లాస్ట్ టైం ఇంకో ఎంట్రీ నుంచి వచ్చాం, ఇది వేరే ఎంట్రీ. బాగుంటుంది టెంపుల్, చాలా ప్రసిద్ధి ఇది. దీంట్లో మనం జంబుకేశ్వరం వెళ్ళాల్సింది ఇట్లా. చూద్దాం ఇక్కడ లగేజ్ ఎట్లా షాప్లో అడిగి పెట్టెళ్ళడానికి ట్రై చేద్దాం. టెంపుల్ చూడండి ఎంత విశాలంగా ఉంది. మొత్తం 5 ఎకరాలలో ఉంది ఈ గుడి. 7 గోపురాలు ఉంటాయి ఇక్కడ. జలలింగం ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి ఈ టెంపుల్ చూడండి. వీడియో తీసుకుందాం అనుకున్నా, లోపలికి వచ్చాక తీసుకో అన్నాడు. చెట్లు బాగా పెట్టారు ఇక్కడ, గ్రీనరీ చూడండి. ఇక్కడికైనా వచ్చే నీళ్ళు దీని పైప్ ద్వారా వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాయి. ఈ స్థల పురాణంకి వచ్చేసి చెప్పాలంటే 2 కథలు ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ. ఒకటి, ఇక్కడ శంభుడు అనే ఋషి శివునికి వీరభక్తుడు. ఎంత వీరభక్తుడు అంటే నిత్యం శివుని పూజించేదాకా మంచినీళ్ళు కూడా ముట్టకపోతుండే. అట్లాంటి శంభునికి ఒకసారి శివుణ్ణి ప్రత్యక్షంగా పూజ చేయాలనిపించింది. ప్రత్యక్షంగా అంటే నేరుగా ఇక డైరెక్ట్ ఫేస్ టు ఫేస్ లాగా పూజ చేయాలనిపించింది. అప్పుడు తపస్సు స్టార్ట్ చేసిండు, శివుని ఎట్లనే చూడాలని. ఆయన తపస్సు చేస్తూ ఉండగా శివుడు ప్రత్యక్షమై, శంభుడ ఏం కోరిక అంటే, నిన్ను ప్రత్యక్షంగా పూజ చేసే అవకాశం నాకు అంటే, సరే నువ్వు నన్ను ప్రత్యక్షంగా పూజ చేసే అవకాశం నీకు ఇస్తా అని చెప్పి శివుడు లింగ రూపం దాల్చి శంభునికి జంబు వృక్షంలాగా నువ్వు ఇక్కడ నాకు పూజలు చేస్తావని చెప్పగానే శంభుడు వచ్చేసి జంబు వృక్షంలాగా అవుతాడు. జంబు వృక్షం అంటే తెల్లనేరేడు పళ్ళు. అట్లా తెల్లనేరేడు పళ్ళతో దీనికి ఇంకోటి వచ్చేసి జంబుకేశ్వరం. ఎందుకంటే జంబు వృక్షాలు బాగుంటాయి కాబట్టి అట్లా వచ్చింది. ఇప్పుడు గుడి లోపల కూడా ఒక జంబు వృక్షం ఉంది, దాన్నే శంభుడు అని ఇక్కడ అందరూ ఇది చేస్తారు. ఇంకో ఇతిహాసం ప్రకారం ఏనుగు సాలిపురుగు పోటాపోటీగా శివునికి పూజ చేస్తాం. మన కాళహస్తి ఉంది కదా, సేమ్ అలాంటి హిస్టరీ ఇక్కడ కూడా. ఇక్కడే కావేరీ నది ఉంది. కావేరీ నది అక్కడ స్నానం. ఈ నదిని తమిళంలో పొన్ని అని పిలుస్తారు. పొన్ని అంటే బంగారం. ఇక్కడ భక్తులందరూ కావేరీ నదిలో స్నానం చేసి ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి దేవుణ్ణి కొలవడం ఆచారం. 5 ఎకరాలు ఉంది. ఇది కంప్లీట్గా చూపిస్తాను మీకు నేను. 7 గోపురాలు ఉన్నాయి. అదే చెప్పిన, ఇక్కడ గర్భగుడి లోపల వాటర్ ఉంటాయి. కంప్లీట్గా వాటర్లో లింగం ఉంటుంది. అందుకే ఇది పంచభూతాలు ఒకటైన జలలింగం ఇది. ఇక్కడ అమ్మవారు వచ్చేసి అఖిలాండేశ్వరి అమ్మవారు. 4 భుజాలతో ఉంటుంది అమ్మవారు ఇక్కడ కంప్లీట్గా నిలబడి అమ్మవారి ఇక్కడ నిలబడి ఉంటుంది. అభయహస్తం, వరదముద్ర, చేతిలో ఏమంటారు కమలపు పట్టుకొని ఉంటుంది అమ్మవారి ఇక్కడ. శంకరాచార్యులు స్థాపించిన ఇవన్నీ. నేను చెప్పిన శ్రీరంగంకి వెళ్తా అని, దానికంటే కూడా పురాతనమైంది ఈ టెంపుల్. 11వ శతాబ్దంలో ఇది. అది ఎందుకో నేను డైరెక్ట్ తిరువనకావలో నీ ఇది పెట్టా కాబట్టి డైరెక్ట్ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చా, లేదంటే అక్కడి నుంచి ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేవాడిని ఆ టెంపుల్ చూసుకొని. ఈ టెంపుల్ కూడా పల్లవులు, పాండ్యులు, మళ్ళీ పల్లవులు, పాండ్యులు, విజయనగర అందరూ దీన్ని డెవలప్ చేశారు. చూడండి నెమలి ఇక్కడ కూడా అంత ప్రశాంతంగా తిరుగుతున్నాయి. అది చూడండి. హిస్టరీ మొత్తం ఇమేజ్లో మీకు తెలిసిపోతుంది. ఏనుగులతో పూజించబడే శివుడు, అమ్మవారు, జంబూ వృక్షం చూడండి. అందుకే అక్కడ అన్ని వైట్ పువ్వులే ఉన్నాయి. యొక్క ఇమేజ్ తోటి మనకు తెలిసిపోతుంది ఏంటి గుడి ప్రాముఖ్యత, విశిష్టత అని. వచ్చాక మళ్ళీ ఇమేజ్ తీసుకుంటారు. ఎత్తైన ఇది ముఖద్వారం.
Lord Shiva is the ultimate God, and he is always lovable to all the devotees, to all the souls, whichever, wherever they are present. So, in order to start narrating the history of this temple, first of all, we should thank Lord Shiva for giving me and you the opportunity for me to tell and for you to hear all the importance and significance of Lord Shiva and where he is associated, the name of the temple. The name of the temple is Tiruvanekka. Meaning is a white, four-horned white elephant has performed puja for this Lord Shiva, and the soul got eliminated from all the sins what all has committed, and the elephant got salvation. So the name of the temple is in the name of the elephant. Ane means elephant, Ka means forest, Thiru means salvation. So the elephant who did puja for Lord Shiva in the forest where Shiva was there, and after the puja is been done, Lord Shiva blessed the elephant, and Lord Shiva gave salvation to the elephant. And Thiru means salvation, Mukti, Moksha. Meaning is to get rid of the cycle of birth and death. In order to start from the origin. First of all, this place before construction was a dense forest filled with white jamun trees. At that time, a devotee named Jambu was under penance. He is getting a white jamun fruit which he wants to present it to Lord Shiva at Kailash. By the virtue which he attained, by the virtue of the power which he attained through meditation, we say that as Attama Siddhi. Attam means 8. Siddhi means technique. So, by making use of the technique, the devotee went to Kailash. The 8 techniques are Anima, Mahima, Lahima, Karima, Prakti, Prahamyam, Isatvam, Vashatvam. Everything has a different meaning. A few things I can explain. Anima means very small, which means that any big object can be made to such a small object. That is Anima. Mahima means the opposite. Any small object can be turned out as a big one, and that is called Mahima. Like that, everything has a meaning. So, the devotee went to Kailash by making use of the power which he attained through meditation, and he sees the Lord Shiva at Kailash. He gives the white jamun fruit to Shiva. Shiva takes in the fruit and spitting out the seed. Anything from the mouth of Lord Shiva is precious for a devotee, so the devotee takes in the seed and he asks Shiva a boon. What he asks is, whenever the devotee Jambu is under meditation in the earth, Lord Shiva must be always present in front of him. So Lord Shiva says, the time will come, you go and proceed with your meditation, and I will come and give you the audience. So the devotee is coming over here to this place. At that time, there was no temple, no Shivalinga, nothing. It was a forest. To say it in detail means this place was an island. To the south of this place, Kaveri is flowing, the Kaveri river is flowing. To the north of this place, Kollidam is flowing. Kollidam is also a river. So in between these two rivers, Kollidam and Kaveri, this place is associated. And this devotee is starting his meditation. I already told you that the devotee took in the seed which the Lord spitted out. So that is starting growing as a plant and then as a tree, which means that the devotee must be under meditation for a prolonged time. Time means for so many years. Then only the seed can grow as a plant and as a tree. So the seed which the devotee took in grew as a big tree protruding his head. And so many years have been passed, and now it is time for Lord Shiva to give darshan to this devotee. Shiva decides to come to earth. In order to come to this place, there must be an obvious reason for Shiva to come. So what Shiva does is, he enters into the mind of Parvati and wants to create a new drama, a play. Now the mother of the universe, Parvati, because of Lord Shiva's action or consideration, anything you can take it, Parvati wants to play with Lord Shiva. She is wearing bangles in her hands. There is a poem in Tamil sung by Sundarar. What he says is, Malai Madandai Vilayadi, meaning Parvati wants to play. Valayadu Karattal Mahindu. She has bangles in her hands and she is very happy. மலைமடந்தை விளையாடி விளையாடு கரத்தால் மகிழ்ந்து அவள் கண் புதைத்தலுமே. The goddess wants to shut both the eyes of Lord Shiva. வல்லிருளாய் எல்லா உலகு உடன்தான் மூட. The whole world has come to darkness because the eyes of Lord Shiva is none other than the moon and the sun. So when both the eyes are shut, the whole world is doomed in darkness. எல்லா உலகு உடன்தான் மூட இருள் ஓடும் வகை. In order to get rid of the darkness and to bring back light to the world, now Lord, it's up to the Lord to do that. வல்லிருளாய் எல்லா உலக உடன்தான் மூட இருள் ஓடும் வகை. The darkness must be eradicated. நெற்றி ஒற்றைக்கண் படைத்துகந்த உத்தமன். The Lord Shiva is the only God who can do anything out of nothing. What Shiva does is, he creates a third eye in order to bring back light to the world. And that third eye is represented in the song as Netrikan. Netri Otraikan, the third eye in the center of the forehead. He creates that third eye, and again the whole world is filled with light. And every creature, human beings, everybody is very happy because of the light, because without light we can't survive. So the light has come, every soul is very happy. And now Shiva witnesses to Parvati, or Shiva tells Parvati, because of your immature act, these things have happened. So in order to attain maturity, you should do puja for Lord Shiva in the earth. You go. And now Parvati has come to this earth because she must do puja in order to attain maturity. For that, she needs a Shivalinga and a place. The place where she chose was this place, Jambukeswarar. Already I told you this place is an island in between two rivers, and the island, the forest is filled with white jamun trees, and already a devotee named Jambu is under penance. So Parvati is the second person to come to this place to do puja for the Lord Shiva. For that she needs a Shivalinga. She asks Brahma. Brahma is very afraid. Brahma is very much afraid of giving Shivalinga, offering linga to the Parvati, because Parvati is such a great deity or a powerful deity. How can a ordinary deity can offer? So Brahma falls on the feet of Parvati, and Parvati says no harm, and she fetches some water in her hands from Kamareddy river, and by her unconditional love and surrender to Lord Shiva, the water which she took in her hands turned out as a Shivalinga, and that Shivalinga you can now see or worship. The name of the Lord is Chadur Vedashara Mandapam, you say. Chadur means four, Vedam means Veda, Saram means essence, Mandapam means place. So Chadur Vedashara Mandapam, Kejur Sama Madarvanam is the four Vedas. Kudar Chadukam means, Kudal means junction, Chadukam means four. So four things have been combined in this place. What are the four? Four temples. Four temple lords are present in one place. I already told you the Lord from Kailash came over here. Okay.
Yeah.
This is Kailash.
Okay.
You can see a holy bull. In the bull, Lord with his consort.
Okay.
Okay. And you can see Ravana lifting the place. In Kailash is actually a hill, a big Malay hill wherein the Lord is present.
Okay.
And what Ravana decides is he wants to lift that mountain and take that mountain to his place, Sri Lanka. But he fails.
Okay.
What Lord does is he just presses Ravana in a single this thumb in the leg thumb.
Yeah.
And he's under pain, and he wants to get rid of that pain. For that he chants the Samaveda.
Okay.
And after singing the Samaveda in the Veena, and the Lord blesses Ravana from all the pain, and he's relieved, and he got blessings. He is getting a chariot, he gets a sword, and he has more lifetime. His lifetime is increased. Everything Lord blesses him for Ravana because of the song which he chanted through the Veena, and which he sang Rig Veda. The Rig Veda is also his chanting in the Veena as well as in his voice, and Ravana is blessed. So what I want to say is, this is Lord at Kailash. Only this Lord decides to give audience to the devotee Jambu through Parvati. So Parvati was sent to this earth because of her immature act, shutting both the eyes. And Parvati is coming over here. Please come. So Parvati has come. She has chosen this particular place for puja, and you can see here.
Not a big deal.
So Parvati portrayed as Agilandeshwari. Parvati portrayed as Agilandeshwari, mother of the universe, have come over here, and she decides this place for puja. At that time, no linga, only devotees. Jambu is in the tree. Okay, the place where she chose was near this devotee. because these are all the act conducted by Lord Shiva. So Kailash, Lord from Kailash is straight coming over here, wants to come over here.
Okay.
Parvati should bring Shiva. For that she needs a Shivalinga. I told you Brahma was very much afraid. She took water in her hands. By her unconditional love and surrender for Lord Shiva, the water which she took turned out as a Shivalinga. Lord is Lord Shiva in water form. And that this linga is called Water Lord. In Tamil we say Selinir Tiralnadar, the bunch of water in the form of Shiva. So Parvati's puja is accepted. So Lord Shiva, Jambukeswarar, Anekka Annal, Selinir Tiralnadar or Water Lord is giving darshan for these two. One is Parvati, the mother of the universe, called Agilandeshwari, where we saw that, and Jambu devotee.
It is called Jambu tree.
Yes, Jambu tree. The name of the devotee is Jambu. Because he is associated with this tree. So the name has become Jambu Munibar. So even after so many years, we are also getting the darshan of Lord Shiva. Okay. So the second Lord is the elephant worshipped Lord, or the Parvati worshipped Lord, or the Jambu devotee worshipped Lord. The name in single, to be said in a single name means Thiruvanekka. The name of, I already explained the meaning of Thiruvanekka. Jambu Vanam, Navalam, Jambukeswaram. Jambukeswaram means island. Actually, this is a forest or an island filled with white jambus. Okay. And Navalam Thivu is also Jambukeswaram. So these are all the names of this temple. Even elephant and spider have done puja. Not only Parvati and human being, devotee. 5-brained creatures. The white elephant with 4 horns. The wisdom rich spider and many penance. Lot of penance this elephant has done in its previous birth. In the previous birth, the elephant was Pushpadandan, a devotee, and the spider was Malyavan. Name is Malyavan. Malyavan, Pushpadandan. They both ended up in a fight during their previous birth, and they passed away. And in their next birth, Malyavan got a birth of a spider. Pushpadandan got a birth of a white elephant with 4 horns. White elephant with 4 horns. So this elephant is coming to this place for puja, and this elephant is in such a food. Because of its penance, it forgets everything and comes to this forest to do puja for Shiva. It is taking water from Kamareddy and pouring it on the head of Shiva. What spider does is, it wants to spin a web, shelter, so that no dry leaf from this tree falls on the head of Shiva. So such a small creature doing a marvelous job. It's really appreciable. What this elephant thinks is, this spider is doing nonsense because it is, the shelter is, web is made out of saliva. No one will do puja with saliva. Stupid spider doing nonsense. This elephant destroys the web. Again the spider spinning another web. The same elephant doing it. At one point of time, spider is very angry, enters into the trunk of the elephant, gives a bite. Elephant died. Before the elephant died, it knew that the spider was the cause. It is banging its hand or the trunk, anything, hardly on the floor, making the spider also die. The elephant also dies, spider also dies.
The same history of Srikalahasti also.
Yes. Only difference is, in Kalahasti, snake is added. But here not snake.
No.
And the elephant's puja was not perturbed by any factor. So the elephant is getting salvation, moksha. Whereas the spider's puja was perturbed, disturbed. It is very sad. In order to eradicate its sadness, the Lord Shiva decides to give another birth to the spider, and that in that birth, the spider is made as a king, Chola king, the father of Subhadevan and Kamalavati. These couples don't have baby. They pray to Lord Shiva, the dancing Lord Nataraja at Chidambaram. So they are asking Lord Nataraja to give them a baby. And what Lord immediately decides is, just now the spider has got eliminated from that birth. We can put the soul of the spider in the womb of the mother, Queen Kamalavati, and that happens. And after passing 10 months, the pregnant Kamalavati, the astrologers say that they are just telling the Queen Parvati, Parvati now, to the queen Kamareddy, if she gives birth to the child after 24 minutes from the normal time delivery. Suppose example 8 o'clock the child must get birth means they say 8:24.
Okay.
If 7 a.m. means 7:24 a.m. After 24 minutes, 1 hour the child will do marvelous job. Then the queen decides to tie her upside down, and she was tied upside down. And after the 24 minutes, 1 hour passes away, she gives birth to the child. The child's eyes are filled with reddish in color because the whole blood of the mother gets accumulated in the eyes of the child. They name the child as Shenkan, a red eye.
Okay.
Since this child is going to become a king because king's family, so they add a prefix to the name Shengan. Ko means king, so the name is Ko Chengan. Yes, the king with red eyes.
Red eyes.
And once the mother Kamareddy gives birth to the child, she passes away because of the terrible pain she underwent, because already she is upside down. She gave birth, she passes away, and the king Subhadeva, the father of the child, is bringing up the child, and after the child is matured, he places the crown on the head of his child, and he also attains Shivaloka Prapti. And the king is going to rule the kingdom, Chola kingdom. He knew that he was the spider in his previous birth, and the elephant was the counterpart. So the king decides to construct the temple for this Shivalinga in such a manner the elephant should not enter into the place. That's why the temple has been constructed in a manner by which the elephant cannot enter into the sanctum. Even human beings stoop their head and go in. You might have gone in. These 9 holes depicts 9 holy ponds. This is every hole depicts a pond. Srirangam, our temple has a pond at Srirangam, Chandara Tirtham. Then Rama Tirtham. Third one is Surya Tirtham. Fourth one is Brahma Tirtham. Okay. The fifth one is Indra Tirtham here. The sixth one is Lord Jambukeswarar. The water is sprouting out from the bottom of the layer. Srimati Tirtham. The sixth one is at the mother's shrine, Agastya Tirtham. Sixth one is Agni Tirtham, where I showed you. Yes. The ninth one is the Jambu Tirtham. I told you behind the Agni Tirtham, there is a place. So these 9 holes depicts 9 holy ponds. Through the 9 holes, if you worship Lord Shiva, means our soul as well as our body is getting purified. Our soul will get purified. The soul associated with this body also gets purified. So the Lord is that much blissful to all the devotees who have come over here. So the second place where you see is the Tiruvanika. First place is Kailash. So Lord at Kailash is the first place. The Lord worshipped by the elephant, Tiruvanika, is the second place. The third place is Tiruvarur. We can go there. Actually, the mother of the universe has taken 3 forms. In morning time, the Agilandeshwari, the mother of the universe, is in the form of Mahalakshmi. Tirumahal, seated in the lotus flower. So now where we worshipped the mother of the universe, Agilandeshwari, is in the form of Mahalakshmi. So this place represents Tiruvarur. Tiruvarur means Kamalapuram. Kamalapuram means the place made by the goddess Mahalakshmi. Kamalam means lotus. Kamalapuram means lotus place. So that place is created by the Mahalakshmi. So the place name is Kamalapuram. In other name we say as Tiruvarur. Tiru means Lakshmi. Tiruvarur. The second part of the history continues like this. So the first part ended up in Lord Shiva coming over here, giving darshan to Parvati, the devotee Jambu, and these things all happened at one stroke. When Parvati came here, Lord came here, so everything happened, and even for us, Lord is now giving blessings. So apart from human beings and Parvati, even the 5-brained creatures have done puja. A white elephant with 4 horns have performed puja for this Lord. Parallelly, wisdom-rich spider has also performed. the spider and the elephant in their previous birth was the were a devotee, two devotees named as Malyavan and Pushpadandan. They also did puja for Lord Shiva and ended up in a fight. And in their next birth, Malyavan as spider and Pushpadandan as white horned elephant, they got a new birth. In that birth also, these two creatures, elephant performed puja, taking water in its hands, pouring it on the head of Shiva, and the spider spinning a web that is a shelter for Shiva in order to avoid dry leaves falling on the head of Shiva. So dry leaves should not fall on the head of Shiva, so the spider is spinning a web. The elephant thinks the spider's web is impure, it destroys the web. Again the spider spinning another web, elephant is destroying it. One point of time, the spider is entering into the hands of the elephant, gives a bite, elephant dies. Before the elephant dies, makes the spider also die, banging its hands hardly on the floor and making the spider also die. The elephant is getting salvation because its puja was not perturbed by any factor, whereas the spider's puja was disturbed and it was very sad. The spider was very sad at the time of its death. So the Lord Shiva decides to give another birth to the soul, the spider's soul. What Lord decides is, at that time, somewhere in the Chola kingdom, a king and the queen, they didn't have any baby. They go to Chidambaram and they pray Lord Chidambaram Nataraja to offer them a baby. And now the dancing Lord Nataraja decides to give them, the couple, the king Subhadevan and the queen Kamareddy, a baby. Lord decides to put the soul of the spider into the womb of the queen Kamareddy, and that happens by the blessing of the Nataraja. Now the queen is 10 months pregnant. At that time, the time designating astrologers say that if suppose the queen gives birth to the child in after 24 minutes from the normal time, the child will rule the Chola kingdom and do marvelous jobs to the Shaiva Samayam. So the queen decides to tie her upside down, and 24 minutes passes away and the queen gives birth to the child, and the eyes of the child is reddish in color, and they name the child as Shenkan. Shenkan means red eye. They add a prefix to the name. Ko means king, Ko Shenkan, the king with red eye. So after giving birth to the child, the mother passes away, and it is up to the king Subhadevan to bring up this child. And after bringing up the child, he placed a crown on the head of his son Kochangan, and he also attains moksha, who the king Subhadevan. And now the Kochangan, the king of the Chola kingdom, rules the Chola kingdom, and he knew that he was the spider in his previous birth and the elephant was a counterpart. He wants to construct a temple for the lingam in such a manner that the elephant should not enter into the place of the Lord Shiva, that is near the sanctum. So the first work done by the king Kochangan is constructing a stone temple under which the Lord Shiva will get seated. So the elephant cannot enter into the place of the Lord Shiva. So in such a manner, in this manner only, the king Kochangan has constructed the first construction in a manner the elephant should not enter into the sanctum of Lord Shiva. You can see the bottom of the pillar there in the shape of an elephant's leg, unshaped, which means that the king symbolically says that the elephant is standing out and it cannot enter into the sanctum of Lord Shiva. So such a beautiful construction made by the king. Like similarly, 78 temples of this kind has been constructed. Many temples are there. Tirunallur, Nannilattu Perungovil, Ambarvarundur Kovil, and Mukicharam, then Koottabar, and it is named as Kuttaipar. Kuttaipar means, par means see, Kuttu means dance. See the dance of the Nataraja. That is the name of the temple. So 78 temples of this kind. These temples are named as Mada Kovil in Tamil. Madam is of two types. One, we go down and see the Lord, like this one. Another type is go up. climb the stairs. Example is Nannilathu Perumbovil, Tirunallu. These temples are of this kind, climbing up the stairs and then see the Lord. So obviously elephant cannot climb or come down in the rampage. I mean the steps. It cannot go down the steps or climb up the steps. So these are all the work done by the king. And already I think whether I narrated or not, when the child was in the womb, astrologist said 24 minutes delivery. I told. Okay. So second part is over. Third part is why the name Thiruvanakar came? Because elephant worship. Why the name Serenir Thiranadar came in? Because Lord is in the form of water. Apart from that, Brahma, the creator God, what he does is he creates a beautiful girl, creating that girl from all the objects, all the matter, whichever is present in the world. He takes an iota of a beautiful thing from every object and he creates a girl. So the girl is very beautiful, which means that all the beauty of the world, whatever matter is present in the world, every beauty is in her. So no need to explain further. Brahma wants to marry that girl. How can a father marry a daughter? So it is rubbish. So it becomes a sin for Brahma. In order to get rid of that sin, he has to do meditation. And Lord says, you come here, do meditation, I will bless you. So he is choosing this place again. Brahma coming over here, and he making a pond called Brahma Dirtham. I already told you 9 Dirthams. 1 Dirtham is Brahma Dirtham. He is making a Brahma Dirtham. He is digging a pond and he sits there, he meditates, and time comes, Parvati is recommending Lord Shiva for Brahma. Now Shiva says, suppose if Brahma do the same rubbish thing with you, means no way for Brahma to get rid of that act. So you dress like me and I will dress like you. So interchanging their dresses, come and stand before Brahma. Brahma is very much ashamed. He prays to Lord Shiva and Parvati, please forgive me. And Brahma is at that time, he is getting blessed. So that festival is being conducted here in the name of Brahmotshavam. The name of Brahma, it's 48 days. At the end of that Utsavam, Panja Praharam, 5 rounds, the Brahma will come. And at that time, the Lord will be in Parvati form, Parvati will be in Lord form. Right? Which means that Shiva will be wearing a sari, Parvati will be wearing a dhoti, like how Shiva wears. So interchanging their dresses, they will be decorated, and Lord Shiva as Parvati, Parvati as Shiva. Brahma facing Lord and Goddess in their interchanging dresses. He gets rid of that sin. And the name of the sin is Brahma Hati. Hati means sin. Brahma means big sin. Nothing bigger than that. Yes. So that festival is named as Panjapraharam. Here in our temple, every month function is happening. In the month of January means 12 days function. In the Ramadirtham, there is a pond called Ramadirtham. In that pond, Lord will get seated in a boat and he will go around and do darshan to the devotees. That will be the 12th day. 12 days function. 12th day will be the boat function. At second month, February, is called in Tamil we say Masi Masam. January, Thai Masam. February, Masi Masam. Shivaratri. Night for Shiva. And the Parvati Iranyamman festival will happen. Now it is happening. Third month is March. The March and April, we say as Panguni Chitrai. Panguni Chitrai means Brahmotsavam. I told Panjaprahar, that will take place. Then Vaigasi, January, February, March, April, May. May month, Vasantotsavam. Okay. Then Ani, dancing Lord Abhishekam. Ani Thirumanjanam. That is June, I think. Right? Then July. Vaigasi, Ani, I told. Adi. Adi means in the month of July and August. They will be combined actually. January, February is Thai. February, March. In between February and March. In between March 15th. I mean February 16th to March 15th. Like that. Second Tamil month will start. So January, February is Thai. February, March is Masi. March, April is Panguni. Chitra, and April, May is Thai Masi Panguni Chitrai, and then Vaigasi 5th month, Ani, Dancing Lord Abhishekam. Adi is for Parvati, 12 days function, wherein the Parvati finishing her festival at the 12th day, she will come over here, join with the Lord Shiva, and she will board aboard a boat. In that again the Parvati will come in the second Tirtham named Surya Tirtham. It is in the front of the temple. That is Adi. Then Avani, Manikavasal Utsavam, one day. Pittikku Mansumanda Utsavam they say. There is a story there. Then Avani, Puratasi, Navaratri, 9 days, night function for Parvati. Then Puratasi, Aipasi, Skanda Sashti for Murugar, 6 days. Then Kartike Sodali, the Deepam function, fire function, Tiruvannamale function. Then Margadi again Manikavasakar, Nadaraja Rakshak. So 12 months. The Kudar Chadukam, I told 4 lords in one shrine. Kailash, Tiruvanaka, Tiruvarur, Mahendram. And that has been sung in one song. Mannadundagari Malaron Kanaga Vennaval Virumbu Mayendirarum Kannadongiga Kailai Yarum Annal Arur Adi Anaikave. This song's name is Kudar Chadukam. 4 lords in one shrine. So 3 padigams, 30 songs. Important songs I explained. And next Acharya is Tirunavukkarasar. He has sung 3 different padigams. First padigam starts like this. Nadayai மெய்யென்று நாத்திகம் பேசாதே படைகள் போல் வரும் பஞ்சமாபூதங்கள் தடை ஒன்றின்றியே தன்னடைந்தார்க்கெல்லாம் அடைய நின்றிடும் ஆணைக்கா அண்ணலே